T.J. Dillashaw, what's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Just hanging out at home, putting the son in the bathtub and talking to you.
All right, well, I haven't seen you in a couple months, so give me an update. Last time I talked to you, to remind you, your shoulder was bugging you. You were going to get it worked on. How's it healing?
Yeah, man. I've had double shoulder surgery. Healing great. I'm on stem cells at the stem cell institute down there to speed that whole process up. If you ever had shoulder surgery, it definitely puts you out. Like you have to be in a sling for 6 weeks. You can't really do much of anything for a normal life activity, especially to go through it twice. I was in a sling for 3 months total, so 12 weeks. It's been nice to actually get back to some living. I've been able to work in the backyard and I've been coaching practices, so it's a lot easier to show technique now. And just like I said, get back to normal life. It helps out with everything. It helps out with your mood, your mindset, just everything.
So tell me this, when you say double shoulder surgery, does that mean you had both shoulders got worked on, or you had to have surgery on the same shoulder twice?
No, both shoulders, right and left. I did my right one first.
So when you're in a sling, are both arms in a sling, or do you like do one and then wait to what'd you look like? Were you walking around in a straight suit?
Well, if I wanted to get a divorce, then I would have got them done at the same time, because my wife would have had to wipe my ass and feed me at the same time. So no, I got them done separately. I got them done about 2.5 to almost 3 months apart.
Okay, so you say you're back in the room, but only coaching. Are you able to practice yet?
No, I haven't done any sort of practicing. I've been getting back in shape. I'm finally able to run. I've been working out my legs, things like that. But when it comes to the martial arts side of it, I haven't even chance doing anything. I've been showing technique, and even that's a little iffy. Sometimes I get a little carried away and really shouldn't. But Juan Archuleta's got a big title fight coming up here on Saturday that we're getting ready for. So you'd be about to be a world champ heading into this tournament.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. Archuleta has looked amazing. He's actually looked amazing his entire Bellator run. The first time I saw him fight, I go, whoa, this guy's going to be champion or challenging for a championship. He won that fight. He never lost in front. I've never seen him lose. I think his entire record, he's only lost one fight. But the point is, he's got Pitbull Saturday night. Call it, man. What's going to happen there? Is this his night?
I think Pitbull's not going to answer the bell. He's going to be so tired from the way Archuleta fights. This is a perfect fight for Juan Archuleta. Pitbull's a very dangerous guy. He's got power in his hands, but he doesn't have the cardio that Juan has. He doesn't have the work ethic that Juan has. I work hard. I've always been someone that's going to go above and beyond and work my ass off. But Juan Archuleta is one of those guys that might be able to outwork me. He's one of those guys that's going to come in prepared. He overwhelms you. His pressure is relentless. And his stand-up has gotten so crisp, man. I've worked with him now for the last 2 years on his stand-up, and it's come together. He's believing in it. He can now knock you off with a head kick or take you down. And that Bang Muay Thai that we've been practicing has done wonders for Juan Archuleta and being able to switch his stances. I mean, you saw his last knockout and how devastating that was. So, don't sleep on him on the feet. But I think Juan's just going to continue the pressure and really break Pitbull.
All right, so by the way, when you're studying and you're trying to break down Pitbull, who has had an amazing run, if we're being fair, absolutely amazing run, what do you do to go out and beat him? Do you try to take him down? Do you just mix it up and do everything? Do you want to keep it on your feet? When you study Pitbull, where do you fight this fight?
Definitely have to mix it up. You can't just go in there and plan on beating him in one area. He's good enough in all aspects of MMA that he will figure it out. Go out there like, I'm going to out-wrestle him. Come round 2 or 3, he's going to figure it out and put it on you. So you have to beat him in all aspects of MMA, and you got to keep him guessing. As soon as you get your opponent guessing, they're a millisecond behind you, and that's that big knockout. That's when you get them good takedowns and catch him in a scramble. I really think we just have to try to mix it up so much and be so high-paced that, like I said, he's not going to answer the bell. Juan Archuleta has got insane cardio, and we're going to prove that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Just from watching him, I agree. The pace that he puts on guys, and a lot of guys do hold up, but he's been in 3-round fights. This is a little bit different for those guys, but it's a little bit different for Juan too, TJ. Come on, as a championship fighter, it's a little bit different in 5 rounds. No reservations there, in your opinion. Juan can go 25 minutes if he needs to.
Oh,
question.
100%.
Okay.
100. I think I'm pumped that he's going to win the belt for the first first fight of this tournament because now all of his fights will be 5 rounds, even though I think all the fights here on out are 5 rounds, and that plays into Juan's favor. Obviously, like you said, he was used to it in King of the Cage. He had 4 belts for King of the Cage, so he's fought a lot of 5-round fights. He knows how to pace. I guess, I mean, he doesn't really pace himself. He knows how to wear guys out and take advantage of it. He's never one of those guys who's just gonna be boring and hold you down. He's gonna throw 100 elbows through your forehead, and you got to get ready to prepare for that. You got to be tense the entire time. He's never in a clinch to take a break. You see these other guys fighting. You shoot a shot, you push them up against the cage. They're like, all right, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to hold it here. I'm going to gather myself and figure out what's next. Juan's already moving to the next thing, almost too much. We've had to slow him down to where he has such a good position that he's wanting to move and do so much that it creates a tornado of chaos, So that's tough to deal with. When you have a guy coming at you, you just don't know what he's going to do. It's going to wear you out.
For sure. I agree with you, and I'm pumped for that fight. Now, let me get back to you, because your name has been coming out of somebody's mouth, and that's Henry Cejudo, but he has mentioned you a couple of times. Now, in fairness, Henry's thrown his venom in a few different directions, but T.J. Dillashaw's name has been said as recently as yesterday. So where would things stand with you and T.J. right now? I know you're healing up and you got a minute, but where would things stand? Say you pass him in a social event. Do you say hello?
Probably not. Probably not. Yeah, I definitely have some animosity towards myself, towards the sport, towards just everything. You know what I mean? So I'd say probably one of those things I definitely wouldn't say hello. I have some enemies that are definitely going to stay my enemies for the rest of my life. And I wouldn't say it's because he's a shit talker. It's more just the way he kind of carries himself. And yeah, man, it's just something I want back. And not so much because he's bad-mouthed or treating me a certain way. It's just something that is burning inside of me to get my belt back, to get that win back, to get back to where I need to be to get this thing behind me,
Sure. Hey, and by the way, TJ, where does the division stand? And I'm talking about 125 pounds. I mean, it was believed when Henry, not even just believed it, that what happened, Henry beats Demetrius and the division sticks around. You're evident of that. Come down, challenge him. But now Henry's saying that he wants to go up to 135. I believe Dana said, hey, I want you at 125 to fight Benavidez, so you got to walk away from the belt. Let's say he did that. He walked away from the belt. What happens to the 125 pounders? Do they try to pick it up somewhere? Belts up for grabs? Or are they back in the hot seat?
I think it'd be very dumb for Cejudo to not fight against Joseph Benavidez. I mean, that's his last loss. That's a fight he has to make up. I think Joseph Benavidez has a great threat against him as well too. I think that's the fight that needs to happen. And he can't be calling himself Triple C no more if he's going to be giving up a belt. So he needs to get down there and get it done and fight Joseph Benavidez. I think it's the next fight for him. It makes the most sense. It's the biggest draw. It's a fight that was close, but Joseph did edge that fight out.
All right, so let's just say it goes the other way, and he fights at 135 next. Who do you see as the top contender for that belt?
Man, I haven't even we got Aljamain Sterling up there. I haven't even really, to be honest, I've kind of been, other than me coaching my guys here, I've tried to purposely stay out of the fights and what's going on, and try to been focusing on my businesses, my son, my life, getting myself back together. So I'd have to go back and pay attention a little bit more. I purposely distanced myself.
Okay, well, then let me ask you this. Buy or sell this rumor, because there's a rumor going around that Jose Aldo is going to come down to 135, which I don't think he can make. And the only reason I say he can't make it, TJ, is I remember a point in his career when he was at 145, and he said, this is my last time. I'm going back to 155. Years later, he's going to go the other way 10 pounds. That's tough for me. What's your opinion?
I don't think it's a good move for him. I mean, he's going to do something that I did and I think hinder himself in the long of trying to cut the weight. I mean, if you're going to do it the right way, it's a lot of work. If he's going to wait till last minute to do it, he's going to hurt himself. I don't think it's really, if it even is possible, he's not going to look very good. Gotcha.
And what else is going on with you, by the way? You were talking about businesses. I know you were doing something with juices. What's going on?
Yeah, man. It's called Clean Juice. It's a franchise I got involved with over a year ago. They're mainly an East Coast, Midwest company, but we're taking over to California. It's the only USDA-approved all-organic franchise, actually. And let alone juice bar, but just franchise in general. It's the only one that's USDA approved organic. So, it's cold pressed juices, smoothies, salads, things like that. But we're franchising them here in California. Not only am I opening my own store, but I'm also area developer to open hopefully 60 stores in the Southern California area. Obviously helping out coach in the gym. I got a lot of stuff in the works that hopefully it pans out. I'd rather wait for it to actually happen. But clean juice is already done. I'm doing the construction now for my building. It'll hopefully be done here in the next 6 weeks. It's exciting to have a new venture to kind of keep yourself busy.
Well, I'm glad you told me it's not open yet because I'm going to be in LA this week for Archuleta versus Pitbull's fight. And I would have stopped by to lend you some support. I would have tried your juice, given you a critique on it, maybe made a video in the shop. Now I won't drive around looking for it because it's not open. I'm glad I asked you that.
Yeah. Yeah. We do have a franchise store in Irvine, but you're not going to want to drive all the way down to Irvine from LA. We're going to be hanging out in LA, Southern California traffic. You will not want to do that.
All right, cool. Well, like I said, I will be in California. I look forward to seeing you. Fantastic talking to you, TJ. Anything else to get off your chest? Anything we didn't cover?
Oh man, I've been kind of showing my road to recovery, as well as my road to redemption. I mean, so for me, they're one in itself. And I've been starting my own YouTube channel here. It's just T.J. Dillashaw. You can subscribe there and kind of see my double shoulder. I mean, I only filmed one of my shoulder surgeries, so it was 3 months after my first one. Kind of when I was up for it, kind of felt like showing everyone kind of my life, So we've released episode 1, continue to release episodes. We'll go into the recovery of my shoulder surgery, going down to Panama. Shoot, even just my recent hunting trip. I was just in Idaho 2 weeks with my dad and my brother doing some elk hunting, some archery elk hunting, and tried filming as much of that as possible to show how much work went into it. And that's actually why I'm a little bit leaner these days. I went and lost 10 pounds in the mountains hiking.
I was noticing that. I was noticing, like, does TJ look skinny or is that just the shirt he's wearing? Yeah, you've lost some weight, man. You've been out hiking.
If you invent a shirt, you're a billionaire. Let me know when you do. Then I won't have to work out so hard. No, yeah, I went and worked my ass off out in the mountains. I said I'm actually finally able to start running again. So I'm waking up in the morning and never thought I'd be excited to say that I'm excited to run. I can actually get out there and put in the miles on the pavement. So it's been good, man. It kind of lights my fire a little bit, and continue to push the guys to get them excited for Juan Archuleta's tournament and show our dominance everywhere. Show that I can dominate this coaching world and make a world champion out of Juan Archuleta and win this $1 million tournament.
No reason not to. I will see you in LA, and we will go to YouTube. We will type in TJ Dillashaw, and we will hit subscribe. Thank you, buddy.
Absolutely, man. Really appreciate you.
All right, guys. TJ Dillashaw, Coach TJ Dillashaw, I think I should say now, and he does have Juan Archuleta going to kick off the Bellator Grand Prix. Archuleta fighting for the World Championship against Pitbull this Saturday night. Check it out.